Got a barber here with another edition of Cash or Trash, where we look at barber videos that they posted and we determine, is it cash or is it trash? Now, how do we judge? We judge by technique, we judge by haircut, and we judge by the overall finished product, right? So if it looked good and we like it, then it's cash. Get that man his paper. But if we look at it and we don't like it, then it's trash. Get that man his walking papers for the haircut. Now keep in mind, we're all barbers here. So we don't want to be disrespectful, and we're not trying to belittle any barber because it takes a lot to do what we do, all right? But we're going to have fun with it, a little bit of constructive criticism if needed. And other than that, let's just watch this show in a respectful way. All right, bet. So we got the barber style directory. We did them before, I think, but I don't think this is the same barber. I'm not sure, but we're about to get into it, man. Let's see, let's see what he got, man. We're going to lead with respect as always, and we're going to learn something. Let's go. Let's get into it. Yeah, I believe we did this before. I remember this setup. Okay.
Thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to be doing a drop fade on a wavy hair texture. So I know a lot of people inbox me directly saying, hey, I'm having trouble fading my hair and they have a wavy hair texture. So I thought I'd do a video on explaining that.
First thing I noticed, he gonna do a drop fade, right? And he's cutting the top down. He not starting with his guideline. And that's the first thing I noticed. I typically start with my guideline unless I'm just bored with that same, like if I did a lot of drop fades that day, then I'd be like, I just got to switch it up. So unless I'm bored with that, then I'll cut it down first. And then my clients be like, hey man, I'm getting a haircut, right? I'll be like, I'm getting fade. I'll be like, yeah, I know, man. Just, let me work. So let's see how he do
it. So his hair was pretty much already at wavelength. So I just ran over it with the 1.5 guard.
Okay, there your guideline go.
And then here we're just gonna go ahead and make our guideline for the drop fade. And I think the thing that gives a lot of people trouble with doing a drop fade on wavy hair is just they get lost whenever they try to blend out a wave or blend into a wave, and they end up panicking.
First of all, let me tell y'all this: like, comment, subscribe, share. I didn't say that earlier, so I'm saying it now.
You threw it.
Yeah, that's low. That's real low. I hope that wasn't.
Okay, so we're going to start out with our clipper and the lever is fully open. And we're going to make a guideline almost an inch. I don't want to take this fade too high, so I'm being just a little bit conservative when I'm making my guidelines.
Yeah, because
usually if I was doing a normal fade, I would make this guideline a little bit higher.
Right.
But like I said, I want to kind of be conservative a little bit.
Right.
So after you make that guideline, you take the lever fully closed.
I don't want to interrupt his tutorial, right, with my commentary. But if you take it too high, then it becomes a mid fade. So he's being real cautious and mindful of how high he's taking his fade, and that's real good. That's a good characteristic to have, because if you're not mindful of what you're doing in that, moment, then most likely you'll make more mistakes than you need to.
Just start to blend out that bottom guideline. So what you're doing is you're starting with the lever fully closed, and you're going to blend up to that next point by slowly opening the lever. So now it's fully closed, and we're going to gradually open it up.
Halfway.
So now you see me open the lever some, and then we're going to go up even more.
Yep. Get that line of demarcation out first. I would do the same thing.
And as you can see, that bottom guideline is starting to blend out.
Yep. Because once you get that line out, it's party time.
And you always want to keep a comb in your hand. That way you make sure you comb the hair back into its natural state. So that way when you're fading, you'll get a nice transition.
My man, keep a comb in your hand.
You're cutting the true hair. That's why you want to comb it back into its natural place.
That's right. If you don't got a comb in your hand when you fading,
and as you can see, this bottom guideline is pretty much blended out, guys.
What are you doing? And he using the wall magic clips.
Okay,
the magician switch. The magician switch to the fast feeders.
But we're going to be careful not to take it too high.
I wonder why he switched to the fast feeders.
As you can see, I'm kind of doing a flicking out motion at the top. I don't want to make a harsh guideline because, like I said, once again, he has waves. So I don't want to make too harsh of a guideline.
Hey, put in the comment chat, like, how many fading clippers do y'all use per haircut? Like, if you got one haircut, you doing a fade, how many clippers, aside from the liners, how many actual cutting clippers do y'all use when y'all doing the fade? Me personally, I use one pair of clippers, but I do have a set of clippers that I would use to get that guideline out, that line of demarcation out a little better. If the liners are like kind of bumping it into a new line, I do have a pair of clippers that set just a little sharper to get that line out. But tell me in the chat, man. Tell me in the comment section how many pair of clippers y'all use per haircut.
You don't want to try to put in the line too hard. That'll be difficult to blend out. So now I close it. So I started with the zero guard open. Now it's closed. And then in just a second, I'm going to go halfway.
Halfway. I mean, he's going to take that guard off. Well, he should be ready to take that guard off pretty soon. Because it looks like it's always closed.
Okay, now I'm going to go halfway. So once again with the zero guard, I made that guideline with the lever fully open. Then previously you just saw me have it all the way closed. And then now the lever is halfway.
There you go.
And then here you just see me pointing to use the corner of the blade and not the full blade, just because you want to get certain dark spots.
I knew that blade.
You just want to get rid of any faint line that you may see.
Okay.
So what we've done so far, just to review, we've pretty much blended the bottom portion of the fade, and then now we're just going to meet the bottom with the top. So this is the zero guard.
I like how clean the station
down the
is.
hair before I start blending.
I like how clean the station is. The station is very
everything
clean.
To flow together. So you're going to blend the bottom of the fade into the top. So this is the zero guard with the lever fully open. So this is basically a 1.5. It's almost a 1.5. And you can see me being very delicate with the way that I'm struggling with the clipper. I'm not really trying to dig too hard into the skin.
That 1.5.
Keeping the clipper flush.
See, I would have came through with the 1.5 before I put the 1 on, because I like to fade down. So a lot of barbers like to fade up. What he doing is fading up. Okay, so he start with the lower guard and then work to the bigger guard. I personally start with the bigger guard and then work down to the lower guard. So once I get that line of demarcation out of there, then it's like you could go either way. But I personally like to start with the bigger guard, so I probably would have hit it with a 2 just to go ahead and take the bulk out, then broke it down to a 1.5 and then to a 1 and then no guard. So that's what I would have did though. Because when you fade up, as he is doing, it kind of start to take a different shape. You know what I'm saying?
If you're having trouble fading this type of hair, don't be discouraged. I personally think that blending in this type of hair texture is the hardest type of blend to achieve. So don't feel bad. If you can.
And another thing that he just said, right? He gonna say something else to that. I don't know what he's gonna say, 'cause I've never seen the video. But and me talking and stopping is messing it up for you guys, and I'm so sorry. But if you have a pair of clippers, right, that you're struggling to cut the hair with, I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe those clippers just are not good for that type of hair. Maybe you need to switch a pair. You need to switch your clippers. See, he has fast feeders, right? And if he's struggling with fast feeders, maybe he should go back to the wall, and the wall might give him a better cut or easier cut. So by him even saying that if you're struggling with the cut, then I could tell that he's having a little bit of difficulty with it. Plus, you could tell by how many strokes he's taking on, pause, you know, on a cut.
and it's starting to take a different shape because now it's starting to become more straight. Whereas if you look early on, it was more curved. You know what I'm saying? So because I'm doing this live, I don't want to rewind it, but you can rewind it on your own and you can see what I'm talking about.
This type of hair, you should easily be able to blend straight hair. So it's good. If you're starting out learning this hair type, that's actually a good thing because you're learning how to cut the hardest hair type first.
See, and he's skipping through the video, so he's cutting on his side a lot more. Look,
by the way, if you're new
he's
to this
on the
channel,
bigger guard.
be
He's
sure to subscribe
a lot
to
more.
the Barber Style Director YouTube.
See, now he's up to the two.
By the way, if you're new to this channel and if you get value out of this video, I ask you to subscribe as well as hit the like button. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Barber Style Directory. That's at Barber Style Directory.
See, it's starting to come off like a mohawk.
And if you want to see more of my personal haircuts, you can follow me on Instagram at Thomas Cut It. That's
Thomas Cut It.
ThomasCutit.
Thomas Cut It.
So yeah, guys, what you saw me previously do, I just took the 1.5 guard and just blended the rest into the top. And then now I'm going back with the 1 guard, just tapping any dark spots that I see. So at this point, it's just cleanup work. So you saw that 1.5 pretty much made the bottom blend into the top. And then on this side, we're just gonna.
Did you just switch and you ain't fit? Oh.
So I'm just gonna sit back and let you guys watch this side.
Oh.
I'll just chime in if I feel like I need to say anything.
Did you just switch and didn't show the? Oh man. Oh. Oh, what did you do, Thomas? What did you do? Oh my gosh. So he's doing the same thing, same process that he did on the other side, right? He working a line of demarcation or his guideline out with his wall 5-star magic clips. And most likely, yep, then he's going to switch to the fast feed with the 1 guard all the way open. He's going to work it until it's all the way closed. Then, you know, start the process over without a guard. And then go to the 1.5. Same process, and then probably a 2 just to knock down that bulk. Just in case you guys missed the step. Yeah, see, I'm looking at it now because maybe it was the angle. Maybe it was the angle because like up in this part right here on the other side, it started looking real straight and then dropped at the back. So maybe it was just the angle. He had to speed the video up, and when he speeded up, that joint looked like he going overtime. Like he got a switch on them clippers, boy. Look at it. He got a switch on them joints. Got the 2 guard now, knocking that bulk down. See, that's what I would have did in the beginning. Right around that occipital bone. At this point in time, I'll tell y'all to don't forget to like, comment, share. It's coming along, but I see weight. I see a lot of weight right here. I see a lot of weight right here. I see weight right here, and I see weight all the way back here. But see, he ain't really get back here yet, right? So we got to get this weight right here and that weight right there to smooth it all the way out. So I'm focusing on this area right here, this dimple right here, that little dent, and that weight right there, that wave line, and then that weight right there. I'm looking at all of that right there, that whole, yeah, I'm looking at all that. What that tell me? What that tell you right there? One or two things. I tell you one or two things. Either one, he's doing something different just to kind of like give his eyes a rest from the fade, or two, he believes that what he see is a finished product. Okay. Now let me start here. I'm gonna try to jump the gun a little bit, so bear with me, guys. With all of this weight line right here, all of that weight right there, this fade is far from finished. Far from finished. Okay. This fade is like far from finished. Okay. So I don't know what he's going to do, but what I would do is I would probably grab me a 1.5 just to kind of gauge, because I'm going to assume that it was a 1, but I'm going to grab a 1.5 guard, right? And I'm going to close it. And I'm going to go with the grain all around this little area right here, this weight line where it's all that weight. And I'm going to go with the grain. I'm going to break it all the way down to a 1 guard, all the way closed. That's going to get that weight and even. I might not have to go that low, but that's going to even that weight out. Once you even this out right here, you'll be able to see the imperfections in this fade a lot clearer, and you can clean it up. You see what I'm saying? And that's when you get back into your fade. But let's see what he do. Yeah. See, at first I thought he was giving his eyes a rest, but I don't know. I don't know, Thomas.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and proceed on with the lineup.
Yep. Y'all see it? Do y'all see what I see?
Keep everything natural. You want to try to get it as sharp as possible.
Do y'all see what I see? I know it's Coleman's in the way, but do y'all see what I see?
On much hair as possible.
I feel like I want to start a whole new joint where we say, when we see some wild stuff, like the barber just leaving things, do whatever's going to do, we're going to just put 2 weeks. If the barber have a haircut where it's just crazy and you like, that's a crazy cut, 2 weeks. So we might start doing it 2 weeks in the comment section. Clippers hitting though, but I mean skeletons. I mean, who clippers ain't hitting with those right there? You got those clippers right there and they ain't hitting. Something wrong. If you got those clippers and they not hitting, something wrong with you. There you go. Something tell me that line on each side, and we all fall victim to that at times. I fell victim to that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like that curvature on the side. You know what I mean? Right there, that curve. Sometimes one of them be more.
Doing the front line up, you can either start from the middle.
See, he's using a different pair of clippers with that.
Or you can find the highest point in the hairline and just try to make it as natural as possible, and then match the other side. So
why wouldn't you use the same?
One of those. I usually start from the middle, but sometimes if someone has a cowlick or just a weird hair pattern, I might start at the highest point, or start with the hardest part first, and then matching everything else will be easy.
Boy, look what he did to that boy mustache, man. Ooh, why is coming off the lip like that? Yikes. Did he line it up yet? Thomas. Come through with the cleanup with the razor.
We're just following up with the razor.
One thing I love.
The edge up a little bit more crispiness and just to make it last longer.
I love when you can line them up and cut them and it look good naturally. I mean, I ain't got nothing against people that use color. I'm just saying, I just prefer natural cuts. Okay, so he was done with that fade.
And then, as you saw earlier, I used the electric shaver on his face. So I'm just using some steam to open up his pores, and then I'm just going to add some product to soothe the skin and to keep it from getting irritated.
Hot towel come?
This is not necessary. I just wanted to throw this in for you guys.
We rocks with it, Thomas. What is that? What is that steamer he got? That doesn't look like a typical steamer. That look like a handheld something. Okay, Thomas. See, we learn. We learn here. He should have hot toweled that. He should have just went ahead and hot toweled that one. See, from here the cut look, certain angles the cut look good. Okay, that's how my man mustache grow. Or you ain't getting away from me that easy, Thomas. Certain angles, the cut look good. And a cut like this, you have to be a barber to understand where it's wrong. You got to be a barber in order to understand where it's wrong. See? Bing bong. Bing bong, get back over here. Get back over here. Uh-oh, there you go. Get back over here. Right here. Remember how I told y'all that on this side, when he started on this side, how it dropped down and it had more of a mohawk like a vibe to it. Look at how it drops. You can still see the line. You still see the weight line right here, and it just go boop, just like that, and it just dropped down to a mohawk. Okay, drop fade, but it's supposed to blend. Yes, it drops down, but this is more of a high mohawk. This is more of a high mohawk. Watch this. Boom. Look at the weight line here, right? See the weight line here? Now watch the other side. Boom. The weight line here, right? So, and then it drops down to this heavy line right here. So we back it up just a second, right? It's a drop. Don't get me wrong. It's a drop fade, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But the fact that he did not smooth those weight lines out, you know what I'm saying, properly, it looks more of a mohawk or high mohawk type flow because you can see the weight line here, right? And you can see it not even here because it's lower here on this side than it is on this side. You see what I'm saying? So because you can see that, it gives more of a mohawk type feel to it. But once again, this is using your barber eyes. Look at all that weight line. See? Choppy.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next video.
And stop. Is his hairline crooked? Or is his head tilted? Which one is it? Is his hairline crooked or is his head tilted? Are these points lining up? Are these points lining up? When I get good with this, I promise you, I'm gonna start drawing lines on these joints. Are these points lining up right here? Or is his head tilted? You feel what I'm saying? Thomas, cut it. Look at that. And the thing is that moving at 2.7 miles an hour, that joint look good. It looked good. Moving at 2.7 miles an hour, it looked good. But once again, I have barber eyes. So some things I can't unsee. Look at that. Oh, we gonna get a spin? See? Drop. Look at that. Boom. I don't think we saw that on the other side. Did we see that on the other side? Did we? No, hold up. Let me see if I can kind of. There you go. Boom. Yeah, see, okay. So, all right.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Boom.
And I will see you all on the next video.
Boom. Okay. Because he got that dimple, so right around here we gotta take a, he got that dimple back there on his skull. Oh, okay. Okay, see? It could have been the way he was holding his head. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, it looks better. I mean, the line's still up in this area, still a little hood right here, but I mean, overall, yeah, it looks better. It looks better. You know what I'm saying? It's a natural cut. You know what I mean? And okay, but like I say, ooh. Uh-oh. I don't like I don't it started a whole new video, so I really can't even get back to Thomas Cut It, Barber Style Directory, cash or trash. Is it cash or is it trash? Do we get that man his paper or do we get that man his walking papers? It actually looked good at the end. It did. It really looked good. But with my barber eyes, it does not look good. I just don't know. I just don't know. Like just moving and looking at it like, oh, okay, that's a good cut. But with my barber eyes seeing all kinds of imperfections in the cut, it's like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? What do you do? I'm going to say, Thomas Cut It. Keep practicing, Thomas Cut It. But keep practicing. Keep paying attention to detail. Pay attention to detail. I could tell by that cut you haven't been cutting that long. Pay attention to detail because the compliments are in the detail. I'm gonna say that cut was cash. Get that man his paper, man. Get that man his paper because I could tell that he's really into what he's doing and he wants to get better. I could tell by the way he cut it. And you gotta have a lot of nads, to get on camera and show your work. So I just, if he hears this, I'm gonna just say, pay attention to detail because the compliments are in the detail and the detail matters. You know what I mean? Because that's when you start to look at imperfections. So when you're looking at a cut, you start to ask yourself, what's wrong with this cut? Not what's right with this cut. What's wrong with this cut? Where do I need to fix something? All right. So you know what I mean? That's that addition, man. That's our addition. Cash or trash, man. And what's the difference between a good cut and a bad cut? 2 weeks, man. Shout out to Barber. I'm out of here, man. Like, comment, subscribe.